Saxophonist presents the great saxophone playing styles of 5 decades of rock and roll in a full-featured multimedia music program with live digital audio recordings supported by powerful multimedia features for fun and learning. You'll see every note of these performances on the computer screen, in the on-screen piano display, and in the notation window. The notation is a professional chart with chord symbols. It scrolls by in time with the music, and a highlight box indicates the current location in the song. Just click on the print button to print out your own chart with professional notation and chord symbols. The songs in the Rock Saxophonist are recorded in multi-track digital audio. Each instrument, saxophone, bass, drums, and piano is on its own track, so you can control them like a studio engineer. Click on the solo button to play any track on its own. Or mute it with the mute button. There's even more control in the audio-controlled mini mixer. Change the final mix down to suit yourself, or reset the master program settings. You'll want to use these features to learn and practice parts. Join the group by muting a part and playing it yourself, or solo a part to study it alone. The program helps you to follow the solo track by playing the rest of the tracks quietly in the background. But if you want to completely isolate a track, just select full solo strength. You have to listen to the pros to play like a pro. The Rock Saxophonist makes listening and study easy. There's a MIDI accompaniment synced to the saxophone and piano parts. You can choose to hear either the audio or MIDI parts alone, or audio and MIDI together, or the special audio and silent MIDI mode, where the MIDI notes can be seen but not heard. Click on the MIDI button to see MIDI notation for the saxophone and piano separately. Each note highlights in red as it plays. For note-by-note study, pause the song and step through the MIDI accompaniment one note at a time. Pressing the spacebar on the computer pauses the playback. Clicking on the arrows in the notation window toolbar moves you ahead or back as you choose. When you want to return to normal play, just hit the spacebar again. Jump to any location in the song by clicking anywhere in the audio wave overview, or select a section from the drop-down list. For really serious study, use the loop feature. It will repeat a selected part of the song for as long as you want it to. There are lots of choices for the loop selection: the current screen, current section, or a number of bars. Just choose from the drop-down list and enable the loop feature. To continue normal play, just click on the loop button again. Half-speed playback lets you hear the track at half speed, and it switches to MIDI accompaniment so the pitch stays the same. To change the audio to a different key, use the key transpose arrows. Each click raises or lowers the pitch by a half tone. And the MIDI notation is automatically transposed to the new key. Click on the MIDI button to go back to the professional chart. In this demonstration, when one song ends, another loads and plays automatically. That's because we're in the jukebox mode. Clicking on the All button plays through the entire song list like a jukebox or CD. Or you can choose your own list of favorites and play them with the Favorites button. The Previous Song and Next Song buttons let you move back and forth in the playlist, one selection at a time. You can leave the jukebox playing and listen to your favorite songs while you work in other programs. As well as all of the great multimedia music features in the Rock Saxophonist, there are lots of other features to add to your fun and knowledge. The introduction has an overall description of the program and its features, a saxophone history that tells the interesting story of its development, and a timeline that highlights significant saxophone milestones. All the songs are described in the tune list, where you can play any song by clicking on its title. Go straight to the tune notes by clicking on More Notes. The tune notes take you inside the recorded performances with examples of the important saxophone techniques found in them. The speaker button will play the examples, or click on the notation button to hear the example play while you follow the notation. This is the easy way to learn the pros, licks, and tricks. The Performers has biographies of the talented studio session players on the Rock Saxophonist, and the Sax Players list introduces you to the top rock saxophonists. The definitions describe important saxophone terms and how they're used in the Rock Saxophonist. The speaker button takes you directly to an example in one of the recordings. The online tutorial is your quick introduction to enjoying the fun and power of the Rock Saxophonist. When you're ready to become a power user, the online help has the in-depth information you need. Whether you just love listening to great rock and roll saxophone, or you want to learn to play like a pro, you'll get hours of satisfaction with the Rock Saxophonist.